Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Floss, back again with another video. And today we're going to take a look at the Realme GT8 Pro. Now you can pick this one up online. We finally got the price for the global version. $760. Now let me say this. If you're buying the Chinese phones, you go to GizTop, the Realme GT8 Pro is $650. The OnePlus 15 is $650. Now at the same price, I would go with the OnePlus. Now the Realme does have a Quad HD display. Okay, you got the 200 megapixel camera and you got the interchangeable backs. However, the OnePlus does have the full screen always on display, which we'll talk more about in a minute. You got the best battery in a cell phone right now. And personally, I like the camera colors a little bit better. Not to mention, I'm going with name recognition. If both of these are the same price, I would go with the OnePlus. However, if you're buying the global phones, the global version of the Realme GT8 Pro is $760. The global version of the OnePlus 15, $900. So ladies and gentlemen, that makes this the official OnePlus 15 killer. Now look, when you buy Chinese phones, if the Chinese phone is $650, the global version should be about $100 more. That's how it usually goes. There's no reason that the Chinese version of the OnePlus should be $600 or $650 and the global version is $900. That's insane. Now, let me say this. OnePlus does have a lot of deals. They got trade-in specials. They got pre-order specials. You get a OnePlus watch free. You get OnePlus buds free. So there's a lot of incentives. But if we're talking about sticker price, okay, just the sticker price, $760 versus $900, this is a OnePlus 15 killer. All right, so let's unbox it, and then we'll go through the specs. Now, shout out to White Shoes. She got the day off. Here we go. Realme GT8 Pro. Nice black box. Y'all know I like that. Giggity. Okay, you got the Ricoh cameras on this. Now, again, you can't look at everything based on specs on paper, and you can't look at everything based on names. You see the Leica lenses. Okay, you see all type of different camera branding, Hasselblad, Ricoh. How do the pictures look in real life? That's what I'm concerned with. And to me, this has the Ricoh lenses. They don't have Hasselblad anymore with OnePlus, just a regular OnePlus camera system. Personally, I think the OnePlus camera photos look a little bit better. The color productions look better to me. Even though with the 200 megapixel camera, you do get a little bit better zoom with the GT8 Pro. But $900 versus $760 for global phones? Bro, I'm going with Realme. All right, so let's unbox it. Here we go. Inside, let's see. Realme, make it real. I like that. Okay, I like that. I never noticed that. Make it real. Let's see what you get inside. Now check this out. This is going to be your case. Now this is just a nice silicone style case. Nothing too fancy on this. Okay, but still a nice case included in the box. Check this out. You get the little screwdriver because you have the interchangeable backs on this phone. Okay, this looks like some extra screws because these are tiny screws, so you don't want to lose these. Of course, you got your usual books and shit. Plug them and file them. That's pretty much it on that. This is going to be your device. Inside the box, SIM ejection tool. USB Type-C charging cable, USB-A to USB Type-C, and you get your fast charging brick in the box. Samsung, Google, Apple, nothing, Motorola, Sony, fucking Sony. The charger in the box. Now let's take a look at the actual device and look at this. Now just for comparison, here's the OnePlus 15, here's the Realme GT8 Pro. Which one y'all like better? Now, this is one thing that I do like about the Realme. If you don't like the circular camera, all you got to do, take these screws right here. Let's see if we could do this in real time. This is my first time doing it without even reading the instructions. We're just going to take out these screws. Bang, just like that. Take the second one out. Let's do this. Just like that. Bang. Pull this off. And look at this. Now, you can change the back of this, or you can just leave it like this. Personally, I like this. I kind of like it just like this. That's pretty sick. Now, let me make sure I don't lose these little screws. Okay, let me get them file those right there. Okay, I already lost one. It is what it is. But check this out. Now, which one y'all like better? And keep in mind, you can always buy these. Now, you can find these on eBay for 25 bucks. These are different back covers. So let's grab one of these and see what it looks like. Okay, let's see what this comes with. Now, this actually comes with, just make sure nothing is, okay. This actually comes with another case, because remember, now that you got rid of the circular design, let's see how this looks without any back plate on it. Okay, without any back plate, this case does look a little weird like that, but hey, still fits. And check this out. More screws, okay, just in case you lose those screws. More screws. And now we got a different back plate. Let's see what this one looks like. Okay. I like to do this stuff in real time, no editing, just so y'all can see how it's going to be when you get yours. No struggling. And let's see. And this will slap on just like that. And now look at the back. Now look at the back. Which one y'all like better? Let me see something real quick. Let me go ahead and take these out. Okay. So you can have it look like this. I think this is kind of dope. Or you can just switch up and go circular. Now, if I had the choice between circular or square, I'm always going square all the time. Look at that. That's pretty sick. Okay, that is pretty sick. Now, let's run through the specs real quick. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and pop this off. Matter of fact, yeah, we'll leave it like that. Let me power this up, and then we'll go through the specs. Now, this one comes in 4 different colors. You got white, blue, green, and you got the Aston Martin green, which I'm going to unbox in a few seconds. Now, let me get a little wipe down on this. For the display, you got a 6.7-inch Quad HD. Okay, that's one of the difference between the OnePlus and the Realme. Quad HD display with a resolution of 1440 by 3136. Now, that's a whopping 508 for the PPI Patrol. Now, you got HDR10 Plus, Dolby Vision. Okay, Dolby Vision. You got, listen to this, 7,000 nits brightness. You heard that correctly. 7,000 nits brightness. Now, can you see that on camera right now? No. But outside in the sunlight, you got 7,000 nits brightness and a 144 hertz refresh rate. That is insanity. Okay? Now, you got Gorilla Glass on the front for protection. You got a nice aluminum frame. And the back comes in 2 different styles. You can get eco leather, or this is what you call reinforced plastic. Now, I will say this. The reinforced plastic, it feels exactly the same as the OnePlus frosted glass. It has the same satin panty finish. Okay? Do the 2-finger test yourself. Okay? Satin panty finish. To me, if I had to choose between reinforced plastic or the glass, I think I would go with the reinforced plastic because it seems like this would be more durable. Now, we got to watch some durability tests on this, but hey, it doesn't feel like plastic at all. And personally, I didn't even know it was plastic until I actually read the review specs, which I never like to do. I like to use the phone first and then read the specs. So this way I don't get biased, okay? Because if I would have knew this was plastic, I would have immediately been trying to feel it like, oh, it feels kind of plasticky. I thought it was glass. It's reinforced plastic. Now, the phone is also IP68 and /IP69 dust and water resistant. Now, for the processor, you got the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite Generation 5 with the Adreno 840 GPU. What does that mean in English? Flagship specs, bro. Flagship specs. Now, you got 12 or 16 gigs of RAM, 256, 512, or 1 terabyte of storage. No micro SD card slot for expandable memory. Now, it's running Android 16. Let me move this out the way. It's running Android 16 with Realme UI 7, and you're going to get 4 years of updates and 5 years of security patches. Now, for the battery, you got a 7,000 milliamp battery that features 120 watt fast charge. That means you can charge this phone from 0 to 50% in 15 minutes. 0 to 100%, 43 minutes. And you also got 50-watt fast wireless charge. That means you could charge this phone wirelessly, okay, if you got the right wireless charger, from 0 to 100% in 79 minutes. Okay, a little over an hour for wireless charging. Now, for the cameras, on the rear, you got a triple setup. You got a 50 megapixel wide angle, 50 megapixel ultra wide, and a 200 megapixel periscope telephoto lens. Now, you can shoot 8K video at 30 frames per second or 4K video at 60 and 120 frames per second. On the front, you got a 32 megapixel wide angle lens, and you can shoot 4K video at 60 frames per second. Now, you got dual stereo speakers, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, NFC, always on display, face unlock, on-screen fingerprint sensor. You got an IR blaster, and you got second space, also known as system cloner, also known as thought protection. And not to mention the interchangeable backs. Okay? Bang, just like that. Let's grab one of these screws.
And after months of back and forth, the House has overwhelmingly passed a bill.
The Epstein files. Sorry. Calm down. Let's grab this real quick. Drop one of these screws in here. Now look, me personally, I hate doing this kind of stuff. So if I could do it, you could do it. Oh, look, one of the screws was already magnetized on there. Look at that. Okay, the screw has a little magnet force on that. Okay. This is the kind of stuff that I absolutely hate. But like I said, if I could do it, you could do it. Let's see. Bang, just like that. Look, you see the screw has a little magnet? Okay, that's cool. I thought I lost the screw. It was on the magnet. It was on the screwdriver. Bang, just like that. And now we got the back plate. Let's make it a little tighter. Toy like a toiger. I'm so corny. All right, there it is. Bang. Okay? Now, with that being said, we got to get big. Okay, we got to get big. Let's move all this stuff out the way. Hold up, put these filers to the side because we got a beast right here. We got a beast. Ladies and gentlemen, we got the Realme GT8 Pro. This is the Formula One. Okay, this is the Realme GT8 Pro Dream Edition in Aston Martin green. Now, the global price. This is a global phone. You see, both of these are the global versions, not the Chinese versions. The easiest way to tell if you got the Chinese version or the global version, all you got to do is swipe over. If you swipe over and you see the Google homepage, if you do this, if you hold down the power button and you get Gemini, you got a global phone. Okay? The global version of the Realme GT8 Pro Dream Edition is $900. $900. So that's the same price as the OnePlus 15. $900. All right, so let's see this one real quick. Now, this has a beautiful presentation. Look at that. Make it real. We're going to enjoy this one. I didn't even look at this one yet. Let's see. Little stickers right here. Peel these up. Okay. Now, I'm not going to rip these off because I might end up giving this phone away. So I want to make the presentation look as factory as I can when I do give it away or sell it. Okay, let's see. You got the Formula One team, Realme official license. Let's go ahead and open this up. Okay, check. Ooh, check this out. Realme, okay. Look at that. That's carbon fiber. Look, and it's in the wheel. It's in the wheel of the Formula One. Now, I will be going to Vegas for Formula One, bro. Yeah, I know. Formula One activities. Look, we got a little pull tab right here. Oh, this is heavy. This is heavy. This is heavy. Okay, calm down, Floss. All right, let's see. Open this up. Ooh, race your own way. Race your own way. Now, this one comes with two different back plates. Both of them green carbon fiber. And look at the screw. Look at the screw. Okay, the regular one comes with, a little rinky-dink screw like this. Look at the screw. Look at the difference in the screwdriver. Let's get and open this one up. Okay, let's see. Woo! Woo! Now this one, this is not reinforced plastic. You got glass on this one. Let me do the smell test. Smells like race car. Okay, smells like Formula One. Let me get another whiff. Yes. The sweet smell of Formula One. Carbon fiber. Carbon fiber. Who knows the meme I'm talking about? Carbon fiber. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. The Formula One team, Realme. Look at the green power button. I mean, the yellow power button. Offset it with the green. Okay. IR blasters on deck. Everything looks official tissue. Let's get to hit the power button on this one. And we see if we got any race car inspired themes going on. Okay. Took a second, but we in there. All right. So let's see what else is in the box in the meantime. Okay, this is going to be a charging brick, USB Type-C charging cable. Okay. Samsung, Google, Apple, nothing, Motorola, Sony, fucking Sony. Let's see what's in here. All right, now this is going to be the same situation we had with the first one. Usual books and shit, plug them and file them. Nice case. Look at the logo. Okay, Formula One racing team, Realme. Okay, let's see anything else in here. Now, what is this? What is this? This looks like Race Your Own Way. Okay. What is this? Oh, this is a SIM ejection tool? Hold up. This is a race car SIM ejection tool. Look at that. You got a race car SIM ejection tool. Ooh, look at that. The race car SIM. Yeah. You need to take your SIM ejection tool in there. You got to race it. I love it. I love it. Now, this is the kind of stuff that makes my nipples get erect. All right, let's go ahead and set this up real quick. Hold on a second. Okay, now I just went through the basic setup. I'm not going to put my information in. Ooh, immediately greeted with a green wallpaper. Let's see, do we have any lock screen? Look at that. Look at that. Look at the lock screen, bro. Look at the lock screen. Look at the Formula One lock screen. Nah, bro. Look at the icons. Themed icons. Ooh, Realme ain't playing fair. Realme is not playing fair. Look at that. Okay, of course, it's going to be a quick settings. Let's turn off auto brightness. Okay, let's see. These are going to be your themed apps. Look at that. Ooh, this is kind of sick right here. This is kind of sick. Okay, so this is, now let's see. Let's do the same thing. But let's grab that second back plate and see how it looks. Okay. Again, all you got to do, hit these screws. Just like that. That's one. And this should be number two. And like I said, I'm the most non-physical labor kind of guy. Like, I hate screws. I hate putting anything together. I hate all this stuff. If I could do it, you could do it. Okay. Take this off. Now, let's see. This is how this one looks. Carbon fiber. Ooh, look at the yellow. Now, I probably would back this one out just like this. Bro, I would rock it just like this. I think this looks super unique, but let's see how it looks with the green. Okay, the square. The square looks sick. The square does look sick. Which one y'all like better? The square? Okay, let that soak into your bloodstream. The square. Okay, imagine pulling this out. Yeah, check me out. You know what I'm saying? The square. The yellow square like this, super unique. Or the circle. Or the circle. Now, let me see something real quick. You can actually, you can interchange. Okay, from the other phone. No, I think I like it like this. I think I like it like this. Let me see how it looks at it. Yeah, I think this looks fire. But then again, carbon fiber. I'm going to stop saying that. I'm going to stop saying that. Carbon fiber. One more. Okay. All right, let me put these back in. We'll do this one more time. OC on camera. Hold up. All right, I ain't going to make y'all wait. Hold up. All right, so one quick side note. It did come with the square case. And check this out. In the box, there's actually another case. You got two cases, both of them with the Formula One branding. But if you like the circular back, one for that. And if you like the square back, one for that. This right here, though, okay? This is official tissue now. Which one y'all like better? Let me see. Bro, come on. It's not even a choice. It's not even a choice. Carbon fiber. This is sick. All right, so one quick side note. Let me show y'all a meme that I keep talking about so y'all don't think I'm a fucking idiot. Listen to this.
Carbon fiber, cars and flyers, bronze fibers, cars for hire, crabs on fire. Carbon fiber, cars and flyers, bronze fibers, cars for hire, crabs on fire.
Crabs on fire, carbon fiber. All right, so before I review this phone, let me rank it from 1 to 4 in terms of phones from the BBK Electronics Group. Now, y'all know that BBK owns Vivo, Realme, Redmi, and Apple. So number 1 on my list would be the Vivo X300 Pro. This is the best camera phone other than the Vivo X200 Ultra. That's the number 1 camera phone. This is number 2. All right, so this will be number 1 on my list from BBK. Number 2, I'm going to go with the Apple Find X9 Pro. This is a beast. Number 3, I'm going to go OnePlus 15. And number 4, I'm going to go Realme, but not just Realme. I'm going to go the Aston Martin Realme GT8 Pro. Best camera phone, second best camera out of all 4 of these. This one, to me, has the best OS. Now, Oxygen OS, Realme UI, Vivo, Apple, the UIs are all very similar, but I like Oxygen OS the best. And this phone right here, I'm a OnePlus loyalist, so I got to give it to OnePlus. And then we're going to go Realme. Now, the one thing I don't like about the Realme phone, let me move these to the side. There's only one gripe that I have, is this right here. The always on display. Now, we're going to talk about this in a minute. I love the full screen always on displays. The Realme is the only one that doesn't have the full screen always on display. Watch this. If you notice, it's going to turn off. Now, here's the OnePlus. Full screen always on display. Apple, full screen always on display. Vivo, full screen always on display. Now, I know somebody's going to say, well, the Realme has a Quad HD display. That has nothing to do with it. Okay, I got plenty of phones with Quad HD displays, Samsung, Google, that have a full screen always on display. And just to prove my point, let me just show you something real quick. We'll go over the settings. Okay, go to home screen and lock. And it says it right here. When you go to always on display, if you use full screen, to extend the battery life, the full screen always on display will stay on briefly before turning off. Now let's check the same thing. If you go to go to OnePlus, go to settings, go to always on display. You see your full screen always on display? Display settings all day for full screen. You see the difference? Now don't get me wrong. If you go to classic, now you got all day. Okay, so you can do classic all day. So say I want to do something like one of my favorites, the home lawn. Okay. Set it on classic. Now we're going to have always on display that stays on always. Okay, so, I'm being petty. Okay, I'm being kind of petty. But I like having the full screen display. This is my favorite one. The full screen always on display. I just wish it stayed on always. Okay, that's what always on display means, always. Because I like to have my phone like this on a little desktop charger. When I look over in the middle of the night, I can't see what time it is. And I also want to look over in the middle of the night and see my picture, see me over here looking like a fucking boss. You know what I'm saying? This is what I want to see. So the difference is, when I have my OnePlus on the charger, I look over in the middle of the night, I see the time, I see the date, I see my notifications. Same thing with the Vivo, same thing with the Apple. Okay, now I know that's a little petty gripe, but, these are things that I got to mention. All right, now let's talk about the actual build quality. Again, reinforced plastic back. If nobody told you, you would think this is glass. This right here. Woo! Bro, spend that extra money. Go with the Dream. All right, the Dream Edition, this green color. All right, hold on. Let me clear these real quick. This green color, the Formula One theme. Now, of course, you could probably download this from somewhere, but wow. Wow. If you're a Formula One fan, carbon fiber. Let me say that correctly. Carbon fiber. I love it. Okay, anyway, excellent build quality, triple camera setup on the rear, IR blaster, volume rocker, power button. Okay, this side nice and clean, bottom, SIM tray, USB Type-C charging slot, speaker grill, front-facing camera. Now, one of the things about BBK, let me say that correctly. One of the things about BBK Electronics, okay, BBK Electronics, like I said, they own Apple, Realme, Redmi, and Vivo. All of those companies have what I like to call the supreme biometrics. Look at this. One little tap like that, none of that press and hold. Look at that animation. You see the little water drop? Animation. One little press and hold works every time. Now you can swipe up, put in your pad and your pin. You got the on-screen fingerprint sensor. Let me say that correctly. The on-screen fingerprint sensor that works flawlessly. And face unlock. That works flawlessly. Let's get 3 in a row. Bang. Let me not look. Let me look over. Bang. Excellent. You know, this is what I like, man. I love when the biometrics work the way the biometrics are supposed to work. Now, I'm using dynamic spot. Okay, so that's why you see all those icons popping up. Swipe down. Here's all your quick toggles. Okay, if you want to, you can add more. Okay, so you got your share with PC. Now, just like all the other phones, you can share photos directly to an iPhone. You got NFC, device connect. Okay, wireless power sharing. Okay, all of the quick toggles that you're gonna need. Done. Notifications. Bang. Swipe over. There's all my notifications right there. Clear them all out just like that. Global version. Swipe over once. There's your Google homepage. Okay. 144 hertz refresh rate. Insane. Now I know somebody's gonna say OnePlus has a higher refresh rate. The difference between 165 and 144, it really doesn't matter because you're not really going to see that refresh rate unless you're doing some games. And certain games that you'll notice, but most of the time, just regular scrolling, it's going to be 120 hertz refresh rate. Okay, now you also have quick bar right here. So I can go right to Chrome in the small window. Okay, split screen multitasking. Open up something else. Messaging. Bang, just like that. Okay, let's go over to the settings real quick. Now, I'm not going to go through all of the settings. I think we've seen all of these phones recently. So, you know, like I said, you got Device Connect. You can share directly to an iPhone. Okay. Hold up. What's that? What's that? Oh, okay. Hold on. I'm getting a phone call. Hold up. All right, my bad, y'all. I had to take a quick phone call. But let me show you what I was talking about. You can share photos directly to an iPhone. So let me go to gallery. Say I want to share this photo right here. We'll do share. Right to an iPhone. Look, you see the iPhone popped up? Look at this. Accept. And just like that. Right over to an iPhone. Let me go ahead and open this up in Photos. And look at this. There's the photo. Okay? Right to an iPhone. That's pretty dope. Okay, let's go back to settings. Now, where was we? Okay, so that's your Device Connect. Let's see anything we need to see here. Let's see mobile networks. You got dual SIM slots on this one. You also got eSIMs. Okay, let's go to device home screen and lock screens. You know, all of the classic home screens. Okay, now, I do like my little fish tank that I took over from Galaxy. You got your always on displays. Full screen, seamless, classic. Of course, all of the classic ones you're going to get. So, of course, you got the carbon footprints. You got the carbon footprints. I'm sorry, y'all. You got Homeland, you know, the animated ones. Carbon fiber. I love that. Insight clocks. You know, all of the classic stuff. Home screen settings. Like, no reason for me to really go through this. I mean, we've been going through these phones the last couple of weeks. They're all pretty much the same. All right. Display and brightness. Let's see. Now, 7,000 nits brightness, pretty damn crazy. Okay, I'm using Vivid on cold. Why not? Okay, let's see. Different fonts. Of course, I got mine on blind man status. Let me keep my font nice and heavy. You got AI hyper clarity, AI always on HDR, AI hypermotion. Turn all that stuff on. Okay, screen resolution, Quad HD. That's one of the differences between. And this one actually has the best display. Out of all 4 of these phones, this is the only one that has Quad HD display. Okay, screen resolution, refresh rate. Okay, 144 hertz. Okay, that's pretty much it on that. Sound and vibrations, you know. Like, look, I said, I'm not going to go through all of this stuff. AI, you got your basic AI stuff. So you got your AI planner, AI notify brief, AI, you got Google Circular Search. All that stuff actually works. Okay, system updates. Accessibility if you're hearing or visually impaired. Okay, everything is there. And that's about it. Now let's see. There's your Google circle to search. Okay. Works perfectly. And of course, you got Google Gemini. Hold down the button. Summarize the page. That's what I use Gemini for the most part. But lately, man, me and Gemini is BFFs, man. Trust me. Gemini is my guy right now.
The article announces the stable release date for Nothing OS 4.0.
That's pretty dope.
Which is based on...
That's pretty dope. Android 16. Okay. All of my Android 16 widgets. The phone runs nice and smooth. And I will say this, as you know, even though I say I like the Oxygen OS the best, when you start using these phones, all of these phones, okay, all of these phones right here, they're going to feel exactly the same. When you start breezing through the apps, okay, they all going to feel exactly the same. Now, I just got this one. We're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about this in another video. Global. I got the Vivo X300 Global. Okay, but, you know, this is the Chinese. When you swipe over, you see the difference? On Chinese, when you swipe over, no Google homepage. You hold down the button. No Google Gemini. Everything's going to come in Chinese. You see? You know, that's one of the downsides. But OnePlus, just as smooth, you see? OnePlus, just as smooth and fast. They're all going to feel the same. Okay, so they're all going to feel the same. So it's basically go which one that you like, or go which one you think has the better camera. Now, again, we're going to talk about cameras. Even though this has the Ricoh lenses, like the Ricoh camera system, I think the OnePlus camera came out better in my opinion. Okay, that's just my humble opinion, as humble as I can be. All right, let's check the web browsing speeds. Go to apple.com. Okay, his Apple official site right here. Look at that. Excellent scrolling speeds, full website, not the mobile site. And at the same time, if I want to pull up Chrome, go to YouTube, just like that. Bang, get that out the way. We'll do a little split screen multitasking. Let's do Instagram. Okay, so you got Apple, Instagram at the same time. Okay, we can swap sides. See what's going down on Instagram and Apple at the same time. Okay, floating windows. Again, move it to the side. Everything works. Come back to my floating windows. Here's all my tabs open. YouTube, Apple. Excellent web browsing speeds. All right, so now let's test out the dual stereo speakers. Of course, I got the official Flossy Carter sound test by my homeboy Mark Rebier. Here we go.
Yo, sound test, time for sound test. Everybody shut your mouth, time for sound test. Time to test that quality of sound test. How's it sound, Floss? How's it sound, Floss? How's it sound now? How's it sound now? Does it sound big? Does it sound loud?
How's the bass, baby? How's the treble on it? How's it sound now? How's it sound now?
That's a sound test. That's a motherfucking sound test. Sound test. That's a sound test, baby. That's a sound test. That's a motherfucking sound test. How's the sound on that shit? God damn it, holla.
Nice and loud. The highs and mids sound great.
How's the sound, white shoes? How's the sound on it?
You can feel the bass vibrating.
That's the sound, baby. That's a sound test.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mark Rebier. Excellent sounding speakers on your Realme GT8 Pro. All right, so now let's take a look at this beautiful Quad HD display with up to 7,000 nits brightness. And I love the flat panel, completely flat. Look at this. Excellent, and I mean excellent viewing angles. No reflections at all. Look at that. No reflections. Basically bezel-less. Little cutout for your front-facing camera. But this is how it's gonna look when you're watching your videos. This is beautiful. And like I said, when you go outside, you definitely can see this display, 7,000 nits brightness. That's the peak brightness. Look at that. Beautiful. Let's keep it moving. All right, so now let's try a little gaming. Okay. We got Asphalt Unite. Look at this. Here we go. Okay. Gearheads. I took it back to the Mitsubishi. The Peasant Mobile. Okay, let's get it. Woo! Let's see, here we go. All right. Snapdragon 8 Elite. Let me get that ramp. Ooh, look at the drift. Look at the drift. You see me? You see me? That's good. I guess I'm going against the clock on this one. I don't see no other cars. Ooh, the two-wheel action. You seen it. Okay. This is actually kind of cool, though, right here. Oh, let me get that ramp. Woo! Upper level, bitch. Let's go. Okay. Let me turn it down. All right. Gaming on your let me say that one more time. Gaming on your Realme GT8 Pro. No issues, okay? Snapdragon 8 Elite Generation 5. Let's get it. All right, so now let's talk about the camera. Okay, first, we'll go through the different shooting modes. You got AI landscape. You got video, wide angle, all the way up to 30 times zoom, 8K video at 30 frames per second, 4K video at 60 or 120, and on the front-facing camera, 4K video, 60 frames per second. Now you got regular photos, wide angle, all the way up to, look at this, all the way up to 120 times scumbag zoom. You got the Ricoh, lenses, the Ricoh GR, 40 and 28 millimeters. You got portrait mode, 4 different focal lengths. Carbon, look at that carbon fiber right there. And you got more. So you got night, pro mode, high resolution, panorama, food, pro video, slow motion, time lapse, long exposure. You got dual video, cat ears. You got underwater, text scanner, dock scanner, story mode, and tilt shift. Now, this is what I'm saying right here. Look at the camera right here. This is what I'm saying. Now, this is the camera, beautiful shots. Okay, looks beautiful. But in my opinion, here's the same exact shot on the OnePlus. Now, it might be hard to see on camera, but to me, the color just looks a little bit better on the OnePlus. Now, I took these at the exact same moment. The pictures just look better, a little bit better to me on the OnePlus. A little bit better. Now, let me see. This is Realme. Let me find a few more shots, and we'll see if I can find any more differences. Again, I was outside taking the same photos over and over and over. Right? Look at this. This is OnePlus. Look at that lime. Look at that lime right there. Let's find the lime right here. Same thing. We got the lime. You see, it looks a little greener. This is the OnePlus right here. It looks a little greener, like the color just looks a little, some may say it's oversaturated. Okay, your choice of words, but to me, it looks a little bit better. Let's do the zoom test. Let's do the zoom test. Now, of course, this is going to be Realme and OnePlus. Now, I'm going to try to get the best one. You see, I took a whole bunch. I took them all. Look at this one. You see it chopped up a little? I took them all exactly at 40.7. For the zoom, 40.7. Okay, that one looks a little bit better. 40.7. This is 40.7 on OnePlus. Now keep in mind, 200 megapixels versus 50 megapixels. Look at that. You see? In my opinion, the OnePlus looks better. You see the words look a little thicker. and less signs of fading. Okay, that one right there. This one looks clean too. This one looks clean too. But again, you have to really sit back and look under a microscope and try to see the differences. This one looks pretty good. I took a whole bunch. You see, now some of them didn't come out that great. You see, that one came out kind of chewy. Some of them came out a little bit better. But again, let's see. Look at this. Now this is the queen shot. Let's see. Did I take one with this? No. I try to take the same exact ones. This is okay. Look. Let's do a landscape shot. Let me show you a landscape shot real quick. My bad. I got to show y'all my new friend too. Okay, now let's see. Now this one right here, I use. Oh, that's a different photo. I was about to say that one looked way better. This one right here. Okay, this is the same exact photo. Let's see if we could get them side by side. Let me see. Now I'm looking directly at both of these. And yeah, to me, the OnePlus just looks a little better. The OnePlus looks a little bit better. Now, neither one of these are any slouches, but the OnePlus looks a little bit better. Now, I want to show y'all something. I'm going to post this photo. This cat right here, as I'm walking around doing my photos, this cat just started following me around, This cat just started following me around. They call me the cat whisperer. The cat started following me around. All right, and check this out. It's not like it just randomly started following me around. One day I was walking home and I had some food for shoes. I stopped and I blessed him. I blessed this little cat right here. And then I noticed, you see, I blessed him. That was one day. You see, these came out better. That was one day. I went out to dinner, took a whole bunch of night shots, took some more daytime photos, and then I was walking around and look who popped up. My little guy right here popped back up. But anyway, I want y'all to take a look at these test pictures and videos for yourself. right, so now let's talk about the IR blaster. Y'all know this is one of my favorite features. As you can see, I got my bedroom TV already set up. But as usual, IR blasters are not just for TVs. You could do your cable box, your air conditioner, your RGB lights, your fan, your DVD player, your projector. Anything that has a remote control, you could pair it up to your phone and use your phone as a universal remote. Now here's how I use mine upstairs in the office. All right, so I'm sitting up in the office. I just finished working. Now I want to turn off all of my TVs using one phone. Okay, so let's start off with the Samsung TVs. Just like that. Another one. Just like that. Now we'll switch over to LG TV. Press the button. Just like that. And now let's switch over to Sony TV. Press the button. Just like that. The IR blaster is so clutch for me. This is a major go. All right, so now let's talk about System Cloner, also known as Second Space, or as we call it, Thought Protection. Two phones at the same time. Here's how it works. Now I'm gonna use my thumbprint. You see? Open up my phone, you see the wallpaper, okay? If I swipe up, you see all of my apps. There's TikTok. Okay, look closely. You see Instagram. You see Facebook. Okay, all of my apps. And if you go to gallery, here's all of my photos. Now watch this. I'm gonna lock the phone. Now instead of using my thumbprint, I'm gonna use my first finger. Y'all see what happened? Different wallpaper. Let's go to photos. No photos. Okay, no photos at all. Let's swipe up. No Facebook. No Instagram. No TikTok. Now my phone is fully protected. And this is perfect for if you got kids, you got a nosy girlfriend, ladies, you got a nosy boyfriend, they want to look through your phone, just leave it on the table like this. They pick up your phone. First thing they do, go straight to your gallery. No scumbag photos. Oh, let me see your Instagram DMs. No Instagram, no Facebook, no TikTok. Oh, okay, cool. Now, this is perfect for me because I have a daughter who's very nosy, okay, and who walks around with an iPhone that always has 5% battery. She's always like, Dad, let me use your phone for a few minutes. I want to check something online. Yeah, here you go. Use the phone. Now she could go to Google, okay? She could do whatever she wants, but she can't accidentally go to my photos, okay? As soon as she gives me back the phone, I say, thank you. Take my thumb, hit the thumbprint, and it switches right back over. Now, when it switches over, there's my gallery, all of my photos. You swipe up. There's Facebook. There's Instagram. Okay. There's TikTok. Okay. Uber Eats, all of that stuff. All right. Because you give somebody your phone, they might just go to your Cash App. That might be like, hold on a second. Go to your Cash App and Cash App themselves some money. Nah, it ain't going to happen. If I got to leave my phone somewhere unattended or I got to give it to a friend for a minute, hold on one second. Hold on one second, bro. Here you go. Go crazy. Go crazy. Give me back the phone. You could even lock it. Unlock it again. You could just leave your phone like this all day until you're ready to switch back. And then bong. Switches back. System Cloner. That is epic. All right, so now let's do the RDA test. Regular daily activities. Now you just dropped $760 on a brand new phone. Let's see how it works in the real world. First, we got to check these charging animations. Okay, so let's try the wired charging. Gonna plug this in. Look at that. Look at that beautiful animation. That is so dope with that ripple effect. I love it. Okay, and of course, you do have fast wireless charge. So drop it on a wireless charger like that. Okay, now, I want y'all to see the animation. Okay, so we're going to put it on a wireless charger. Look at that. Same beautiful animation. Now, you see, I got my picture as a lock screen, but I switched to always on display. So if I'm going to use a charger like this, now I went back to the regular always on display. You see it turned off? Now I got the regular always on display. So the regular always on display does work. You get all your notifications. But if you want the one that looks like this, full screen always on display, it's not going to stay on. All right, so here we go. Now, keep in mind, 120 watt fast charge. You don't got to charge this up at night. Wake up in the morning, shit, shower, and shave, okay? Even if your phone is at 0%, 40 minutes later, you're at 100%. So I like to wake up, pick up the phone, look at it, bang. Excellent biometrics, or I could just tap it, open it right up. First, we'll check the weather. 46 degrees, starting to get brick outside. Let's see, tomorrow. Looks like a nice sunny day, Saturday. Okay, looks like a nice weekend ahead. Beautiful, New York City, why not? Next, swipe over. Let's get a little refresh. See what's going down on Google. Okay, we got the Knicks. Okay, let's see. The Mavs beat the Knicks. Okay, it is what it is. We got the T-Rex Pro. Okay, the Vivo X300. Vivo X300. Now I could just hold on a circle of search and be like, what is this? What phone is that? Use Google. It shows Vivo X200. Okay. Close enough. They look exactly the same. It is what it is. But if I want to read this article, let's go ahead and summarize this page. Okay. Vivo X300. Oh, this is the X300, not even a Pro.
Based on the text of the webpage, here's a concise and thorough summary of the key points.
Let's see.
The article addresses the challenges and strategies for retailers facing the upcoming holiday season.
Okay, calm down, bro. Okay, so we got the X300 Pro and the X300, the regular. Now, I'm going to do an unboxing on because if somebody asked me to show this phone, so we're going to show it probably tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, one of these days. I just got it in the mail. All right, so check this out. Oh, that's a nice, okay, this is what I'm saying. This is where the Google circular search comes into play. What is that? The Pascal, you see? It really works on unique stuff like this. That's when the circular search comes into play. So if you just happen to see somebody's Instagram photo and they was wearing that, you could get one too. Okay, let's see what's going down. All right. Minimalist perfection, nice cases. Honor shows off his wild robot phone. Okay, Honor got the robot phone. Why not? Look at that. All right, look at the scrolling speeds on this. Okay, Sennheiser earbuds. Ninja Crispy. Okay, now look at this. Again, circular search. What are those? What are those? Okay, the UGG Peak mods. Okay, cool. Or you can do stuff like this. Oh, good.
Hi, I'm Gemini.
Okay, we do stuff like this.
All right, let's start chatting whenever you're ready.
What's this?
That looks like a Realme phone, specifically the GT7 Dream Edition. It's a special version made in collaboration with the Aston Martin Aramco Formula One team, hence the branding on the back. Is there anything specific you'd like to know about it?
Yeah, you sure that's not the 8?
You're absolutely right. My apologies. On closer inspection, it does look like the Realme GT8 Dream Edition, not the 7. The branding on the back confirms it. Is there anything else I can help you identify about the phone?
Yeah, is that carbon fiber?
It does look like a carbon fiber texture, especially around the camera area. Some limited edition phones have materials like that for a premium feel. The article I found about the Realme GT8 Pro Aston
Martin
F1 edition.
All right. You ever heard of the carbon fiber meme?
The carbon fiber meme? I'm not familiar with that one. Can you tell me a bit more about it? I'm always interested in learning new things.
All right, I'll tell you after this video. I'm in the middle of shooting a video. I'll get back to you.
Sounds good. Take your time, and I'll wait to hear from you when you're ready.
Bro, let me explain something to you. All jokes aside, Yo, me and Gemini, we like this now, yo. Gemini is actually one of my boys now, yo. Bro, I told you I was in the hospital the other day, and you know, when you're in the hospital, you don't want to go to WebMD. Do not go to WebMD if you go to the emergency room. If you go to WebMD, you might as well make your funeral arrangements right afterwards, all right? WebMD is going to tell you that you dead. I'm talking to Gemini while I'm in the hospital. Yo, Gemini's like, yo, Gemini's like, yo, bro, keep calm, relax. No, a lot of people have this issue. Don't worry about it. You're going to be all right. Don't overreact. Here's what you do. Lay down, drink some water. Yo, me and Gemini, yo. And then Gemini finally, after about an hour, Gemini was like, you know what? If I was you, I would go to the emergency room just to be sure, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, bro, Gemini, man. You make sure if you use Gemini, make sure you update to Gemini 3.0. Gemini has a lot of updates, okay? And again, it's just like anything else in life. If you don't use it, it's going to seem like a gimmick. Start using it. Start using Gemini. Okay, start using Gemini to plan your meals, plan your workouts. Okay, trust me, it really works. And it's, to me, some people like ChatGPT. I'm gonna go with Gemini for my personal assistant. Okay, now look, this phone right here. I just noticed something. Let me get a little wipe down. You see that? You see that big smudge on the back? Kind of has a little fingerprint magnet, but whoo, the Aramco. You notice the whole video I didn't say that name because I didn't want to pronounce it wrong. I let Gemini say it. Aramco. All right. Anyway, now I'm using my notifications right there. Bong. Okay, after that, so that's Google homepage. Y'all already see how that works. Let's do a little work. Okay, let's go to Gmails. Okay, look at the word of the day. Let's see the word of the day.
Polka.
Polka. Okay, Hindi. I thought it said puto. I thought it said puto. Puka. I thought it said puto. Thanks. Okay, puka. Okay, I like to get a new word of the day. You know, puka. Okay, exit out of that. Now, me personally, when it comes to Gmails, I got to work all day, so we'll do floating window, pop it to the side just like that. So this way, at any moment, I could come back. So I like to see what's going down on Facebook. Okay, I got to log back into Facebook. You know, Facebook be logging me out so much. I'll log back in real quick. You know, it is what it is. All right, here's Facebook. Let's go to Facebook. All right, let's see. Gonna turn this down. Look at my man Young Cell. What's he doing? What's Young Cell doing? Look at Young Cell. Oh, Young Cell. Fucking all in love. You so much in love, I can see it's coming out of your eyes, bro. Calm down, bro. What movie's that from? Remember Training Day? You so in love, it's coming out of your eyes, yo. Leave that shit home, bro. Look at this. Look at this guy right here. Look at this guy right here. You know, I had enough of this dude, yo. I had enough of this dude, yo. I had enough of this dude, but you can't escape him, yo. You click one video, your algorithm is gonna be like, oh, you like him? No, algorithm, I don't. All right, my algorithm ain't algorithming. Okay, got the Louis. All right, see, 52 years old, putting it on. My man got the Louis. Got the Louis. You see, this is what I'm talking about. So you see some shit like this? You go to Google Circle of Search, and you be like, what is these? The Louis Vuitton sneakers? Okay. Okay. Now you see, you get the bootleg ones for 90, the real ones, 2,000. Okay. You know, it depends if you want to pay to play. Do your thing. American Gangster 2, yeah, right. Okay. Now look. Let me tell y'all something, all right? Let me tell y'all. I just had to tell my girl about these because my girl was like, yo, I'm about to get some Timberlands. I said, which ones? She was like, oh, what about these? No, not these, bro. All right. You see the difference? If you're not from New York, you don't understand. Not these, all right? Come on, bro. You see the sole on these? You see the sole? Come on with that damn in-demand thing. You see the sole right there? The sole is all one color. If you wear these Timberlands right here, you the cops. All right, you the feds, you undercover, you one of those people that walk around and be like, hey, excuse me, fellas, you guys got any marijuana available? You know, you if you wear these, just walk up to the corner store, you see the dude standing outside and be like, hey guys, you guys got any reefers? You guys got any pot? You know where I can find some marijuana? Just do that and then take your wallet out and just give it to the first YN you see, all right, because you're about to get got. These are not the ones. All right, these are not the Timberlands that you want. Let me show you the Timberlands that you need, all right? Because I know somebody's going to ask. Look, I just ordered some. I just ordered some myself. Let's go to my shop orders. Okay, hold on. Let me go to my shop orders real quick. Hold up. I just ordered some myself because because some of y'all need to know the difference in these shits. You see the difference? You want these right here. You want these. Let me do a screenshot real quick and zoom in. You want these. You see the sole? You see how the sole has two colors? You see it's dark and then tan? The sole has two colors, right? You see the sole on this one? You see the sole is one color. The sole is one color brown. This sole is two colors. Now, if you wear this color, if you wear these Timbs with the two color soles, when you walk to that corner store, people gonna be like, yo, what up, bro? Yo, what's up, fam? What you need? What up? What up, player? What's up, big dog? What up, OG? You come out with these, they're gonna be like, yo, fuck you doing around here, yo? Fuck you want? You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. All right, don't do that. Ooh, now you can back these out too. You can back these out and get away with it. Okay, look, you see even the black ones? You see even the black ones? Look closely at the sole. You see it's a two-tone sole. When you buy your Timberlands, make sure you buy the two-tone sole. Unless you're buying them for work. Now, if you're buying them to go to work, yeah, you buy the cheapest ones, okay? If you buy them for your job, yeah, buy the cheapest ones. iPhone Ultra, yoke. You see, look at the sole. Two-tone sole. These are the real deal right there, okay? Anyway, oh, look at these. Look at these. Now, even if you get the weird style like this, two-tone sole. Two-tone sole. You could back out the blue, back out the green. These are the official, we call these the butters or the cheese, wheats. These are called beef and broccolis, okay? Now, even the patent leathers, I don't know about the patent leathers. I don't know about those. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about those. Like the patent leathers, these shits is like a fucking honey bun. We call these the honey buns. I don't know about the honey buns. The glazed donuts. Yeah, I wouldn't back out the honey buns. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. All right, anyway. All right, so this is how your Facebook's going to look. Next, let's keep it moving. Look at who that, Young Cell. Well, I'm getting mad Young Cell recommendations. This is my guy right here, Young Cell. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's go over to, let me wrap this video up. Let's go to X. Let's see what MKBHD talking about. Okay, well, we got him up out of there real quick. Okay, let's see. If you could watch one tech YouTuber, who you choosing? I don't know why do people be asking these kind of questions, Joe? Like, what is that for? Engagement? Like, why do y'all care? Like, who asked those questions, Joe? Okay, hold on a second. Look, okay, well, now I care. Somebody said, who you choosing? You got MKBHD, iJustine, Mr. Who's the Boss, and Jerry Rig. Somebody said Big Floss, bro. Big Floss is the GOAT. You know what I'm talking about? Hold up. Now, you see? Now I gotta come through meme team. You know what I'm saying? I gotta come through meme team right there. Where the applause? Let me get the applause. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to hit my man off with the, you know what I'm saying, with the Europe. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about, bro. That's what I like to see. All right. Oh, look, somebody else. Somebody said none. Where's my man Floss at? Yo, shout out to Team Floss, man. Y'all out here holding me down, bro. Y'all out here holding me down, yo. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Okay, so look, Floss, y'all be holding me down. I appreciate y'all, yo. You know what I'm saying? He's the GOAT, bro. I'm getting emotional. I gotta get off to it because I'm about to get emotional, man. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Oh, let me find out a lot of y'all was coming through. Man. Yeah, okay. Let me find out y'all be fucking with your boy Floss like that. Okay. Oh, I'm getting a lot of love on this one. Getting a lot of love. Oh, my man, Your Average Consumer. I got a Your Average Consumer story too. Next time I do the story time with Uncle Floss, I got a little Your Average Consumer story. Shout out to my man. My man, Your Average Consumer. I got a Your Average Consumer story. If y'all want to hear it when I do my next story time, let me know. Yep. All right. Look, somebody got the Tozos. Bro, who seen my video yesterday? Those Tozo headphones for $30? Let me tell you something, man. I'm about to start doing some Christmas videos, like Christmas shopping and all that. I'm going to show y'all high-end stuff. Y'all know I got Bose. We got B&O. I got high-end stuff. But I got low-end stuff also. I'm trying to show stuff for everybody, not just the ballers, people that's balling on the budget. Okay, so we got the balling on the budget. We got the supreme ballers. We got the demigods. Okay, we got the peasants. I'm trying to show something for everybody. Now, me personally, these headphones right here, I done bought 4 pair of these. Secret Santa, stocking stuffers. You know, that person that pops up at the crib and you didn't know they was going to come. You don't want to just be like, oh, shit, I didn't even know you was bringing your cousin with you. I didn't know you was bringing your son with you. You know, some people just show up with their kid that you didn't even know they was coming. Here, a nice set of headphones. Keep on it. I like this is the type of shit, too, I like to keep on my porch. So if I get a cool UPS driver, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes a UPS driver will ring my doorbell. I'm not home. I'll be like, bro, can you do me a favor? Can you put it in my backyard under this tree stump? Hide it for me. And he'd go above and beyond. I'll be like, yo, I remember his face. Next time he drop off at my house, I'll be like, yo, hold on a second. I have this right on the porch and be like, yo, hold this down. My sanitation, the garbage men come. I'll be throwing away all kind of illegal shit, boxes that's not supposed to go in the garbage. When I see sanitation, I'll holler out the window, yo, hold up. I'll run outside, give one to both of the drivers. Yo, y'all hold these down, yo. I appreciate y'all for taking my shit that y'all ain't supposed to take. I appreciate that. This is the kind of stuff that you need. $30, you give your garbage man one of these randomly. They gonna come in your yard, take all your junk, and they gonna put your cans back in the yard. Trust me, yo. Trust me. I can guarantee you that. All right, anyway. How come you have never reviewed Asus Zenfone? Well, all you got to do is type in YouTube, Flossy Carter Asus Zenfone, and then you can see my Zenfone video. Now, I only did a few of them, but I've done Zenphones in the past. Okay? Got to Google it. Just Google it. You know what I'm saying? Let's just Google it. All right, anyway, let's keep it moving. Let's see. Next after that, let's go to TikTok. Okay? Let's see what's going down on TikTok. Look at Amaya. Look at Amaya. Look at Amaya. Look at Amaya. Amaya outside. Let me get it like that. Okay, what is this? We got the Hennessy coat. We got the Henny coat. I thought that was a joke. You got the Henny coat? Let me find out you got the Henny coat, bro. This would have been so lit back in the days. As silly as it looks, trust me, back in the days, you go to the carnival or something. No, that would have been lit. That would have been lit. All right, now that's a little too much going on with that. I'm on a strict diet right now, especially after my little medical scare. So I gotta. Now I'll tell y'all about that also when I do the next story time with Uncle Floss. I'll tell y'all my little medical condition. It ain't nothing really too serious, yo. So I don't want everybody to start talking about, oh, pray for me. Don't pray for me yet. I mean, well, you can pray for me, but I'm gonna be alright. I just gotta tone down on the fucking fats, on the fatness. I gotta just unbig my back a little. All right, let's see what it is. Look at that. Okay, now he's taking it to the next level. I seen the Henny coat, but he got the whole Henny fit, bro. He got the Henny fit. I want to see a Hennessy coat. Now, I just said that name. I didn't know that's what they really calling it. I just said the Henny coat. Somebody said, yo, I want to see a Hennessy coat. The Henny coat. All right, that's AI. That's AI. When you see shit like that, don't get excited, y'all. That's AI. Okay, Galaxy S26. As much as I'm tired of this design already, I'd rather them keep that than F it up and do some like this, yo. F it up and do some like that. Nah. Oh, look, I'm trying to get my girl one of these. The Jumbotron, let me get it like that. Matter of fact, let me share that real quick. All right, look. Let me share that real quick. This how much I use. So I hit share. I only got my girl, my daughter, and Dave, yo. The only people that I'll be sharing stuff to on TikTok. Look at my man Tight Shirt Terry. We call him Nipples. My man Nipples. Come on, bro. Knock it off, yo. Knock it off. Not the wing coat. Not the deep fried wing coat, bro. Come on, this gotta be AI, man. Y'all they should have never gave you AI, yo. They should have never gave y'all AI, yo. Now this is kind of dope, yo. This type of shit I need in my crib like that. All right, let's keep it moving. We'll do one more. Let's see. Now, if you go to YouTube, okay, let's continue watching the video. Watch the video. Get some volume. Got picture-in-picture. Okay. Music playing. Multitasking. Go back to my Gmails. Move that out the way. Yes, sir. Send a Gmail. Bong just like that. This is multitasking right here, bro. This is multitasking right there, yep. All right, we'll do one more. Let's take it over to Instagram. Now I got to put the Instagram safety shield up because, all right, there it is. My man Lavish P right there. He doing the dance. Let's see. Kevin Spacey says he's currently homeless. Damn, yo. One thing about them tables, them shits, this is a table. Them tables can turn, bro. Them tables can turn. You could go from Hollywood, A-list actor, to homeless. I ain't buying it. I ain't buying this. Let's see what Dave East talking about. All right, Dave East on the podcast. Okay, let's see what's going down. Let's see. We got the, what's that? The Don Julio. We paid $500 for $80 bottle. Yeah, that's that club stuff, yo. Got speaking cases on deck. Okay, we got the Waldorf Astoria. All right. Let's see, Sennheiser. Now, everybody been asking me for the new Sennheiser headphones. I'm doing those next week. I'm gonna reorder them. Look, let me show you something, because I know sometimes y'all think, you know, let me just see something real quick. Sometimes y'all be thinking I'm full of shit, but you see, this is one of my orders right here. It's saying delivered. They never delivered it. It's supposed to be delivered November 10th, okay? You know, Sennheiser did me dirty on this one. They did me dirty on this one. I'm gonna have to reorder. I'm going through a little shit. I'm trying to get my money back and all of that. So, you know, it is what it is. All right, Jake Paul. Who watching the next Jake Paul fight? Let's see. Central American woman demonstrate traditional hand washing method. Calvin, traditional hand washing method. Calvin, pinch the zoom. Calvin gonna be right on this post like, oh, I need to learn that hand washing method. All right, let's see. Okay, let's see. Trump calls Democratic lawmakers traitors. All right. It's a lot going on in the Trump sphere right now with the Epstein files. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot going on. Max B back home, bigger belly. All right, let's exit out of that. All right, so here's how your Instagram is going to look. Let me just make sure. Let me just see something. All right, let's see. He's relieved of duty. Y'all seen this cop right here? Let's see how he bumped this dude. Watch this. You see that? Now, you know what I'm saying? That was uncalled for, bro. That was uncalled for, yo. That was some punk right here. Y'all seen these? $82,000, bro. $82,000. Now watch this. Matter of fact, let me see something. $82,000. I actually got a set of these right now. Let's see. $82,000. Look, $140,000, $6,000 on eBay, $3,000 on the GOAT, StockX, $117,000. You know what I'm saying? I got a set of these, but ask me how much I paid for mine, bro. Ask me how much I paid for mine, bro. All right, matter of fact, don't ask me. Don't ask me. All right, but I got these right now. I could back these out if I want. All right, let's see. Anything else? All right. So here's how your Instagram is going to look. Let's see. This is my guy right here. He be cooking, folks. Your boy, he listen to in the gym. He be out here cooking, folks. All right, look at them jackets. There's my kind of jacket right there. I love them kind of jackets with the big fur collars. I love those. Them shits was mad warm. You're not gonna be cold wearing that shit. And again, any second, go back to my Gmail and do my thing. All right. Anyway, let's kind of wrap this up. And of course, if I want to play some music, press one button, play the music, and just like that. Overall, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give the Realme GT8 Pro a major go. And at $760 for the global version, this is officially the OnePlus 15 killer in my book. You know, if there was the same price, OnePlus all day. For the Chinese version, OnePlus all day. But again, I gotta say this one more time. I don't understand how a Chinese version, both of these Chinese versions, could be $650 a piece. And then for global, one goes from $650 to $760 and $650 to $900. I know somebody's going to say, oh, it's the tariffs. It's the tariffs. That's bullshit, okay? It's definitely not the tariffs. You know why it's not the tariffs? This is why it's not the tariffs. All right, for all y'all fucking banana heads trying to blame it on the tariffs, no, it's not the tariffs. This is a OnePlus 13. Guess who was in office when this phone came out? Sleepy Joe. All right, Sleepy Joe was in office. Shout out to my man Joe Biden. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to cook. I'm saying he do be sleeping a lot. My man Joe Biden was in office, and this was $900. There was no tariff war going on. This was $900. Let's stop making excuses for OnePlus being greedy. Okay, OnePlus, being bigger than the program. They OnePlus think they bigger than the program, yo. This was $900. This is $900 also. $760. OnePlus, better camera in my opinion, definitely better battery, always on display full screen. Okay? And to me, name recognition does mean something. But if you don't care about that, Quad HD display, super bright, 7,000 nits brightness, 7,000 milliamp battery, no slouch. Okay, just a little bit shy of OnePlus. All of the same wireless charge, fast charging. You got the Ricoh camera system, interchangeable lenses for the back cover. All right, let me say that correctly. Interchangeable back cover for the lenses. And not to mention, bro, the Aramco Dream Edition. Now, OnePlus, if you're going to be charging $900, it should have been a presentation like this. Now, if this presentation was that, okay, if they had a OnePlus Aramco Dream Edition that was $900 and it came with that kind of presentation and all of the goodies and, you know, 2 cases and the screwdriver and changed the back cover and all of that. Because because look, this could have just came off and just changed this to a different color. Look, I think I got it right here too somewhere. Hold up, look at this. You see, one of my favorite things about the OnePlus is when you put this case on it, a little wipe down. You see how you get that red ring around the camera? Ooh, now this is sexy. Okay, but come on, bro. $900, it should have been like this. I'll say it one more time. Carbon fibers. All right, check this out. Anyway, like I said, these phones right here, super duper sick. Now, I do have the Realme Buds clip. I'm going to save that for a separate video. I'll just do a quick unboxing and we'll do a review on those because I know this video is kind of long already. But anyway, hit me up in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about these. And if there's any questions y'all got, hit me up in the comments and I'll reply to as many comments as I can. But personally, I think I'm going to unscrew these and just rock it without the carbon fiber, even though, then again, the carbon fiber does look kind of sick. Look at that. Woo! But again, hit me up in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about these. Shout out to everybody rocking with me on Facebook, Foursquare, Twitter, Google+. Shout out to all the Google gangsters. I'll see y'all holding down that Facebook page. Shout out to everybody hitting me up on Boxer. And a special shout out to everybody rocking with me on Instagram. Y'all know that's where I'm at full time, 100% full throttle. And a special shout out to everybody rocking with the new stream on Sundays. Y'all already know. Stream gangsters on deck. Get your drinks ready. No meat boys allowed. Oh yeah. Special shout out to everybody following me on Snapchat. Flossy_Carter. That's where I'm at. And a special shout out to the notification squad. I see y'all in the comment section early. # salute. Oh yeah, one more thing. I almost forgot. Fellas, ladies, say it with me. All y'all haters, all y'all trolls, close your eyes and picture me rolling. It's your boy Floss, I'm out. Deuces.
Enterprise, Spock here.
Spock, one to beam up.
Enterprise out.
Energize.
We're in a situation where everybody in the world uses technology. And if you're gonna buy some of that technology, you gotta understand certain things. Subscribe to Flossy Carter. He does reviews of all the latest technology. The iPhones, the iPads, the Galaxies, the Samsungs, whatever the fuck. The Beats by that doctor guy. And he puts his kitty cat in the videos too for you something to look at. You know, I'm an animal lover, so I like that shit. So make sure you hit the subscribe button to Flossy Carter on the YouTube, the follow button on the Instaface, and the like button on the Facelook. Because if you don't, we're gonna have a fucking problem here. A bad one. Now hit the fucking subscribe button.